in the classroom. The 2020-2021 senior class has compiled an impressive 41, 13, and 11 record for the Bulldogs over the past 4 seasons. They were an integral part of 3 consecutive Big East tournament appearances, which included 2 Big East runner-up finishes and a 2017 NCAA tournament appearance. Academically, this senior class has helped the Bulldogs to a team GPA of 3.8 or better in the last 2 semesters, both of which have led all Butler athletics programs. First, a midfielder from Hebron, Kentucky, number 20, Peyton Black. Peyton has appeared in 63 games for the Bulldogs, including 20 starts. She scored 1 goal in 2019 to help Butler in a win over Seton Hall. Peyton will graduate from Butler with a degree in risk management and insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Black. And our final senior this afternoon, a defender from Noblesville, Indiana, number 11, Taylor Crow. Taylor has appeared in 36 games as a Bulldog, including all 19 contests in 2019. She has 3 career assists, 2 of those coming in 2017 against Chicago State. Taylor will graduate from Butler with a degree in marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Crow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for these special young women and their families. Thank you, and go Dogs!
I'm just right there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bud and Jackie Selleck Bowl for today's soccer showdown between the visiting Musketeers of Xavier and your Butler Bulldogs. Butler University and the Big East Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. And now the starting lineups. First for the visiting Xavier Musketeers. In goal, a junior number 0, Olivia Jenkins. A junior midfielder number 3, Molly McLaughlin. A junior defender number 5, Haley Jakovich. A sophomore defender number 7, Maddie Thiss. A senior midfielder number 8, Gabrielle Lopresti. A junior midfielder number 12, Rachel Dewey. A freshman forward number 19, Sonia Vargas. A junior midfielder number 20, Grace Brower. A freshman forward number 21, Mackenzie Tucker. A sophomore forward number 27, Jackie Richards. And a junior forward number 29, Brooke Sroka. The Xavier Musketeers are coached by Nate Lee. And now the starting lineup for your Butler Bulldogs. In goal, a redshirt junior from Batavia, Illinois, number 1, Stephanie Rodriguez. A junior forward from Carmel, Indiana, number 2, Katie Soderstrom. A redshirt senior defender from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 5, Amanda Kowalski. A senior defender from Palatine, Illinois, number 6, Julia Leonard. A junior forward from Macomb, Michigan, number 7, Anya Savage. A junior midfielder from Northville, Michigan, number 8, Morgan Klusterman. A senior defender from Noblesville, Indiana, number 11, Taylor Crow. A senior defender from Chesterfield, Michigan, number 19, Caitlin O'Malley. A freshman defender from Shelby Township, Michigan, number 21, Justina Gaynor. A freshman forward from Troy, Michigan, number 22, Allie Leonard. And a sophomore midfielder from Germany, number 23, Aaliyah Dien. Assistant coach for the Dogs is Alex Collier, and the co-head coaches in their 15th and 9th season respectively, Terry St. John and Rob Alden. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Butler women's soccer student athletes and coaches invite you to stand and join us in a celebration of unity and inclusion with the playing of Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise higher from listening tide. Let it resound loud as the roaring sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, our is won.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you stay standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in today as the Butler Bulldogs face off against the Xavier Musketeers to Butler Athletics YouTube broadcast at the Bud and Jackie Selleck Bowl. This is Drew Favka, and alongside me is my partner, Chuck Levine. I'll be doing play-by-play and he'll be doing analysis. Chuck, it's a beautiful day for some soccer.
Sure is.
Butler tries to improve their 5-0 record, 2-0 in conference. Today is senior day, and we're celebrating Peyton Black, a midfielder from Hebron, Kentucky, and as well as Taylor Crow, a defender from Noblesville, Indiana. Taylor has appeared in 36 games as a Bulldog, including all 19 contests in 2019. She has 3 career assists, 2 of those coming in 2017 against Chicago State. Taylor will graduate from Butler with a degree in marketing. And Black has appeared in 63 games for the Bulldogs, including 20 starts. She scored 1 goal in 2019, and she will graduate from Butler with a degree in risk management and insurance.
Please welcome our officials for today's contest: Corey Richardson, Reese Baxter, Mark Larson, and Brian DePiro.
Already playing offensively here, putting on pressure.
Yeah, Anya Savage with a booming left kick to the right sideline. Chuck, I know you've compiled a list of 3 keys for this game. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
That's right, Drew. The keys to today's game for Butler is going to be being aggressive and staying aggressive. Good things happen when we're fighting for every ball and putting pressure on their opponents, but they have to make sure not to take their foot off the gas, even if they get a big lead like they did against DePaul. Second, they've got to finish their chances. They've been creating well on offense. Last game, they outshot Marquette 21-5, but only 5 of our 21 shots were on goal, and only 1 of them went in. There's certainly something to be said for relentless shooting, but the Bulldogs have to make sure their shots are good ones. And finally, they got to keep that brick wall strong. Butler's defense has been incredible this season, with 2 shutouts in 5 games and only 4 goals conceded in total, including just 1 in conference play. If their defense can remain as impenetrable as it has here early on, then they have a solid chance of bringing home the win today.
As I mentioned earlier, Butler is 5-0, scoring 25 goals on the year. 4 goals in 2 conference games and wins against DePaul and
Looked like
Marquette.
a ball hit her on the arm there. Sort of surprised there's not a whistle for anything, but the ball went out of bounds, so we're okay.
Amanda Kowalski with the throw-in at about midfield. To Savage, but unable to connect. Back to Deanne. Deanne marching it up. Kind of a tough touch there, giving possession back to the Musketeers.
Good hustle, some strong play here early.
A lot of pressure being applied. Butler's offense pushing up. That's Allie Leonard. Leonard had a nice goal against DePaul, isn't that right, Chuck?
That's true. She took it from pretty far out. We weren't exactly sure how far, maybe 25 yards, but it was a ball that just sort of hung in the air and we thought might go over the goal, but turned out that it was perfectly placed and in.
Katie Soderstrom just gives it up, but expect her to be a major part in Butler's offense. She has 3 goals and 3 assists on the year as Xavier's offense is pushing up. Deanne makes a hard move.
Strong tackle there.
Able to regain possession.
Xavier with a player down, but the ref has not called for a stop yet.
She remains down on Butler's half, and Butler kicks it out as a sign of respect.
Great sportsmanship there from the Dogs.
That's right.
Got up on her own power, so that's great to see. But not sure if they're going to keep her out there. Looks like she's coming off and Xavier's making the replacement.
Xavier substitution, 14, Emma Marcus. For 29, Brooke Sroka.
Emma Marcus makes her debut in the game with Brooke Sroka coming out. Butler regains possession on their own half, trying to clear it, but Xavier able to regain possession on the left side of the field. Just able to cross it in, but it's cleared by the Bulldogs. Not the best clearance.
Made an attempt there. Xavier playing a style.
Deep kick.
Oh,
Just through the uprights.
field goal.
It's good.
Fortunately, it only counts for 3 points in one sport, so.
And Chuck, you were talking about the play of Stephanie Rodriguez, the redshirt sophomore, before the match. You know, what do you see in Stephanie Rodriguez's play?
Oh, she wears the number 1 because she's one of the best. Stephanie Rodriguez has stayed calm, cool, and collected in goal all season. After her shutout in the last game, she's now 3rd place in Butler's all-time list with 11 in her 2nd season. She's played 1 full season, and she's already in 3rd place all time. She'll be looking to add to that today as Butler looks to put another one in the win column today. Sorry about that.
Quite impressive. Xavier will have a corner.
Interesting setup with a bunch of players running around in the box. They look to go post, but Caitlin O'Malley stopped that one pretty quick.
Sending it back in. It's going to be up in the air for Stephanie Rodriguez. Just able to make a save. She kind of bobbled that, Chuck.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. There's a lot of pressure. Butler has not had this kind of pressure put on them in any other game so far this season, conference-wise at least. So, you know, maybe a little bit of nerves here.
5 minutes in, Chuck, what have you seen from the Bulldogs?
Well, they've had usually the game that they play has it's what's been happening to them. A lot of pressure up front, as we saw with Anya Savage, who started by sending the ball pretty deep. But you know, a lot of the Bulldogs' game has been stopping teams at midfield and keeping pressure in their offensive half. But there's been a lot of pressure here on the Dogs' defense, and it's standing strong so far.
Leah Deanne controls the ball on Butler's half, trying to send it forward.
There's Allie Leonard. She could get one here. Just too far.
Leonard still applying pressure. She kind of pushes down a Xavier defender, and Xavier will have possession.
Looks like she was going for a tackle there, but just couldn't keep it clean. Free kick now.
Setting it upfield with a booming free kick. Deanne steps in front of the Xavier offensive player. A nice aggressive play by Deanne, as Butler gets a throw-in at about midfield. Tries to play a little 1-2 with Anya Savage, but unable to connect. A slide tackle. Butler gets whistled for a foul. Xavier will have a free kick on Butler's half. Butler sinking back all their players on the defensive front. A deep kick, and then it looks like it'll be a goal kick. I wasn't sure who that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
off.
if that touched. Looked like it might have touched a Butler player there, but the ref says goal kick. Stephanie Rodriguez takes it quickly. See, this is exactly what Butler's been doing to other teams a lot, keeping all of their players on the offensive half. You see the goalie for Xavier is coming up, playing very, very forward, and the Dogs haven't had this kind of pressure, as I said, but we'll see how they can handle it.
It's a 1-on-3 for the Musketeers. Nice defensive play by the Bulldogs. Amanda Kowalski with a nice piece of defending there one-on-one with a Xavier Musketeers offensive player, but the Musketeers will have a throw-in on Butler's half. Kowalski gets ahead on it, unable to clear. She clears this time. Back to the Musketeers.
Butler interception. Chose to play it back instead of forward. See if Butler can set something.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic move by Amanda Kowalski. Over the head of Xavier player.
Coach Rob Allman saying play wide, trying to spread out the Butler attack. They haven't had much possession this game, as they're again on their own half. Back to Aaliyah Deanne, who boots it forward to the Xavier goalkeeper, who safely plays it into her hands. Allie Leonard really pushing up, applying pressure, and that really plays into Butler's favor as they regain possession. Back to Allie Leonard.
Lots of passing here, and see if we can get some solid possession here from the Dogs.
And you're hearing Coach Rob Allman saying, good Allie. She was able to kind of dance around a few Xavier defenders and switch the field. A nice play from Allie Leonard, but it does look like it goes back to the Musketeers.
Is that an offsides call? Great header by Dean.
Deanne with some staunch defense. Chuck, we were talking about this pregame too. Aaliyah Deanne, the sophomore out of Germany, has really provided a nice foundation of defense for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. she's been solid both defensively and offensively. Always seems to be in the right place, making the right plays, making the right passes, and she's even able to set up a chance that almost scored in the last game off a kick from, you know, beyond the midfield mark. Playing up a bit today, more in a midfield role, but falling back on defense as well.
Xavier with the throw-in. Bulldogs able to get ahead on it.
Amanda Kowalski with an interception, but she loses it right back. Taylor Crow able to try to keep it for the Dogs.
Xavier in the middle of the field. Nice piece of defending from Julia Leonard.
Xavier's putting a lot of pressure on Butler, not able to set up their plays as well as they would like to.
And almost gets a shot on target.
Great block by Caitlin O'Malley. Anya Savage looking to attack here.
And it's Allie Leonard and Anya Savage applying a lot of pressure up top, but Xavier with the ball in Butler's half on the left side of the field. Taylor Crow able to kick it off a Xavier defender as Butler gets the throw in.
Butler's going to have to look to create a lot more space here. They've been sort of trapped in Xavier's zones, and they've got to look to break out here. Maybe force some pressure of their own down on the other end of the field.
Xavier in the middle of the field, goes off Taylor Crow, gets possession back.
And see there where Morgan Klusterman just slowed down right there? That's because she's used to playing where, you know, she has all the time and she can wait until her pass is open. But as you saw again there, pressure from Xavier and Butler not able to keep the ball.
Xavier with possession again. Another throw-in for the Musketeers. If you're just joining us, we are 15 minutes in. This is Butler Athletics YouTube broadcast. I'm Drew Favica, and alongside Ms. Chuck Levine. Still knotted up 0-0 as the Musketeers get a corner kick.
Another corner early here for Xavier.
Butler trying to improve their 5-0 record. Thus far lacking a lot of control and possession in the game.
Have not registered a shot yet.
Chuck, are they looking like the Bulldogs in the past few games? Is anything different so far?
I mean, I gotta say the big difference, well, the difference every game is opponents, but Butler is getting a lot of pressure put on from Xavier that they haven't had to deal with previously.
Sorry for interrupting, Chuck. Xavier almost able to get a shot on goal, but unable to. Stephanie Rodriguez steps up. Chuck, as you were saying.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of pressure put on the Dogs from Xavier, both and offensively, and they haven't really been able to really stop them on the defensive side. Just sort of, you know, let them play and hope that they can block a shot or, you know, force a misplay there. But Butler has not been able to capitalize offensively at all so far, and have been looking to play it up big, and every time they do, it just gets stopped and gotta restart.
Xavier is unable to connect on the corner kick, but does get a throw-in on the left sideline.
Both players go down, and a whistle. No card, but a free kick.
Butler players not happy about that call. Nonetheless, a free kick. Kind of a de facto corner, right, Chuck?
Just about, yeah. I mean, right, you're playing it up a little bit, but as you can see, they're lined up pretty much the same way, so. almost a better position to take a corner from.
As Kowalski goes down, and Butler will get the throw in, but again, they're backed in to their own half. Butler trying to push forward with this throw-in, I'd imagine.
See what they do here.
Off Kowalski. No, off a Xavier player, and they'll get another throw-in. This is one way of marching up the field.
Slowly but steadily. But unable to maintain possession.
Gives it back to the Musketeers, who fire, and Deanne again getting a head on it. Fires a shot. Stephanie Rodriguez.
Great
save.
Great block there. There was definitely some contact on the ball. Slowed it down just a bit.
Taylor Crow boots it forward.
Looked
off
like
the Musketeers.
Looked like Julia Leonard, and that allowed Stephanie Rodriguez to make the save. Anya Savage dropped awfully deep here.
They've had some trouble connecting passes to either Savage or Allie Leonard. As they send it forward, unable to connect on that through ball right to the Musketeers goalkeeper.
The key here for Butler is doing just exactly what they are doing, putting pressure on Xavier in their defensive zone. They can't just let them play the ball, pass it around, set things up the way they want to. Great pressure there, and it works perfectly. More of that pressure would do Butler some good.
Butler dropping a lot of their midfielders deeper than usual, with Deanne playing a little bit of defense, and Crow has been down there playing a lot of defense too, as Crow steps up and gains possession.
Yeah, Butler runs a game with a lot of midfielders, which allows them to have a lot in attack if that's what they're doing, and as we've seen in this case, it allows them to have a lot of defenders as well.
Deanne unable to connect with her teammate as Xavier gets the throw in at midfield. Still knotted up 0-0 with 26 minutes remaining in the first half. Back to Deanne. Nice slide tackle by the Xavier
No
Musketeers.
whistle there. There it is. A very late whistle. And it looks like a card is coming. A card there, looks like for Butler coach, Terry St. John.
Terry St. John coaching with her husband, Rob Allman.
Official has presented a yellow card to the Butler team bench.
And as the PA announcer just announced, a yellow card to Terry St. John. Kind of a unique play.
Yeah, that's the first card the Butlers have gotten, the Butler Bulldogs have gotten in conference here, and it comes, like you said, in a very strange manner. It comes to their coach instead of a player.
Yeah, I wonder what she was saying. I mean, it was a quick sequence of events as Butler tries pushing up.
Aaliyah Dean went down. There was no call, and Butler was looking for it. They haven't gotten many calls at all so far in conference play. So Terry St. John obviously frustrated with not getting any calls. Really wanted that one. It looked pretty clear. So
that might be the benefit of having co-head coaches who are husband and wife. If one goes out, you got the other just subbing right in. Aaliyah Deanne gains possession. Nice try by Deanne.
Nice ball played forward, and she came and got it after it got deflected back.
Butler trying to switch fields here.
Playing it back again. which is the way that they had been playing a lot of their previous games, but might not do them so well here.
Taylor Crow just gives it up, but back to Deanne at midfield. A little back and forth between the Musketeers and the Bulldogs at midfield as Xavier has possession this time. Xavier trying to get something going on their own half. Savage and Leonard are playing up, trying to apply pressure. Deanne with another nice piece of defending, stepping right in front of the Musketeers' offensive player. A nice through ball, two Musketeer players, 2-on-3. A nice defensive play.
Great play there by the Dogs.
Xavier had a little bit of an advantage, so it makes it even a nicer play by the Bulldogs.
Yep, Morgan Kloosterman keeping the ball with the Dogs.
A nice give and go.
Great play there, set up by Amanda Kowalski to Caitlin O'Malley.
Butler playing it back to Taylor Crow, who gives it back to Stephanie Rodriguez for some control. Back to Caitlin O'Malley on the right sideline. Savage with a nice pitch.
Kowalski gonna go. Like we're getting some free music here. Oh, there it goes.
Some nice 1-2 passes from the Bulldogs. We haven't seen much of that, Chuck.
No, we have not, but that was a great play, just caught, but
Soderstrom made a little bit of a late run for her to make it there in front of the goalie.
yeah, and if that pass was maybe just a little bit over, could be a different story.
Butler applying more pressure.
Here it comes.
Allie Leonard with the right foot, and that's a goal for the Butler Bulldogs. 21 minutes in, Allie Leonard gains possession and boots it in with her right foot.
Fantastic goal by Allie Leonard. Her fourth in her freshman season. Incredible performances here from Allie Leonard.
In the 24th minute, Bulldogs lead 1-0.
Xavier certainly having more possession than the Bulldogs, but you see the advantage of applying pressure even when you can't have control, and played into Allie Leonard's hands right there.
Absolutely, and that had the option to give it to Anya Savage, which is probably what created the opportunity there.
Into the Dogs, 16 Gretchen Skoglund for 7 Anya Savage.
And that goes back to one of the keys of the game, right? Taking good shots, not just taking a lot of shots.
For Abigail Isger for 22, Allie Leonard.
Certainly was a good shot. And we have a substitution, a few substitutions for the Bulldogs, as Gretchen Skoglund comes into the ball game.
Abigail Isger too.
Chuck, we're talking a little bit of pregame about Gretchen Skoglund too. What's her style of play?
She is full stop, or should say full gas. Putting on a great performance early for Butler. She plays like there's no tomorrow. She chases down every ball, pressures goalkeepers, not giving them time to think when the ball is played back to them. She had a great chance in the last game. She hung on to the ball just a little bit too long, which resulted in that goal not going in, but I think if she can keep that pressure up, she'll have a lot more opportunities and chances to put balls in the back of the net.
And the Bulldogs with a little more energy and activity, kicking it around in their own half.
That goal might have been the spark plug they were looking for. A great ball here by Morgan Kloosterman. Abigail Isger in. Oh, what a block. Still with the Bulldogs. That ball sails up and over. What, did you see the pass there from Morgan Kloosterman? A back heel, no look, just set up the perfect score and drive. Ball didn't go in. Great block by the Xavier goalie, but still, that was a fantastic pass and a fantastic chance for the Dogs.
And that's what they were lacking in the early minutes, were those connecting passes, but Abigail Isger comes right into the game and almost makes an impact.
And now you see again Butler keeping people towards midfield, able to take balls away on goal kicks and keep pressure in the Xavier half, the Butler offensive half. Big play there for Morgan Kloosterman yet again. Skoglund went for it. Looked like she missed it. Might have slipped there.
As the Bulldogs push forward. Nice pass.
Another great pass.
And a goal.
Kloosterman in for the goal. Oh, sorry, that was Katie Soderstrom.
Katie Soderstrom from Julia Leonard.
Fantastic play here from the Dogs.
What a pass from Julia Leonard again. That's that through pass.
Through pass, perfect setup. Katie Soderstrom finishes another one.
2-0 Butler Bulldogs.
2-0.
That's their 27th goal of the season. Butler standing at 5-0 on the year. As Amanda Kowalski with a nice hard header.
Xavier substitution 10 Grace Blumfeld for 21 Mackenzie Tucker.
Well, after the first 20 minutes or so of non-stop pressure from Xavier and not a lot of looks for Butler, all of a sudden Butler has the commanding 2-0 lead and looking for another one.
Soderstrom again.
That ball just sent out of bounds by the goaltender from Xavier.
Butler again on Xavier's half. Taylor Crow. Oh, a nice move from Taylor Crow. Able to get a throw in off the Xavier defender. Looks like Amanda Kowalski will be taking the throw in to Morgan Kloosterman, who passes it back to Alana Wood. Good aggressive play from Alana Wood. Getting the header to Leonard.
Butler doing a great job of maintaining possession, and even if they don't have possession, they're keeping majority of play in their offensive half. Should be a nice break for their defenders.
Back to Butler's defense. Taylor Crow, who boots it forward. Xavier trying the through ball. It's just Alana Wood and a Xavier offensive player. And Wood
looking for.
It'll be a throw-in. Not the best spot, nonetheless a throw-in.
Yeah, we'll see if the Butler, who's been playing more through the middle this game than they have previously, loving to play on the wings, on the taking it out far, like we heard Coach Rob yelling from the sideline.
Chuck, talk about their playing style a little bit. What formation they run as a Butler player goes down, going up for a header, and we're going to get a little bit of a stoppage of play. I hope she's all right.
Looks like Caitlin O'Malley, who went down late in their last game, but walking off under her own power. Lots of headers being fought for. It might have had a little meeting of the minds there.
That's right. It's good to see that she's walking off on her own accord. Butler using their substitutions, of which they have unlimited.
Official has presented a yellow card to Xavier 33, Rachel Butler.
And the yellow card there.
Butler and Xavier both with yellow cards. Terry St. John, Butler's co-head coach,
into the match for
has a yellow card as well.
Macy Harper for 12, Rachel Dewey. In for the Bulldogs, 17, Claire Farrington. For 19, Caitlin O'Malley.
Claire Farrington making her debut, coming in for the injured Caitlin O'Malley.
Yeah, she had the lone goal last game, coming late off a header. It was a fantastic play.
Bulldog substitutions into the match. 20, Peyton Black. For 6, Julia Leonard. 9, Becky Dean. For 2, Katie Soderstrom. And 28, Gabby Smith. For 5, Amanda Kowalski.
And Peyton Black, the senior, coming in on senior day, making her debut, as well as 2 other substitutions. That's Becky Dean coming in as well, as Xavier marches up the field on the Butler half. Alana Wood with another piece of aggressive defense, booting it out of bounds.
Gabby Smith also checking in defensively. Looked like she came in to replace Amanda Kowalski. Smith was at the center of much of the Bulldogs' offense in the second half of the previous game.
Xavier will have another corner.
Played to the post and played out. Becky Dean tries to kick that one out of bounds, but intercepted.
Sending it back in. Well, they're trying to clear it, but it's back to a Xavier offensive player.
Missed slide tackle there by Dean. Tackle, not a slide tackle.
Tries to play it back to Taylor Crow, but a miss, an errant pass. Xavier will have a throw-in on Butler's half.
Gabby Smith making another play.
Ooh, a high kick.
That was almost dangerous.
That's a risky.
Xavier player attempted a header. Butler player with a high kick.
That's usually an automatic yellow if she makes contact with the Xavier player.
Yes, certainly.
As Butler's
awarded a free kick.
Becky Dean falls down, and like you said, they're awarded a free kick. Nice move from Alana Wood, evading a Xavier defender.
Just looking to set up Becky Dean on a through ball there, but the ball just a little bit behind Dean.
Xavier attempts a through ball, but Taylor Crow. A nice move from Taylor Crow. Just dekes the Xavier defender while they're pushing upfield. Tries a connecting pass, but gives it up.
Looking like another attempted give and go for the Dogs. It's been passing very well today.
Xavier pushing forward. A dangerous play. Stephanie Rodriguez makes the save.
Fantastic save.
Way to run out and go get that. Have some initiative.
Yeah, we had 3 players all converging on the same spot with Alana Wood, Stephanie Rodriguez, and a player from Xavier. Glad they didn't all get there at the same time.
There's that cool, calm, collected play, like you said, of
absolutely
Stephanie Rodriguez.
Looks like Caitlin O'Malley is checking back in.
Bulldog substitution, 19, Caitlin O'Malley returns.
Good to see she's doing all right.
Some toughness shown by O'Malley. Oh, ooh, off the head.
Incidental header.
It's never the best feeling.
Gretchen Skoglund all alone here. Looks to play it up. Someone to pass to, but intercept.
She had two teammates there that she could have tried making the connecting pass to, but didn't work out. Wood passed it back to Rodriguez, who sends it back upfield, right over the head of a Xavier player. Skoglund with possession again. Jackie Richards with the ball for Xavier. A nice pass from Richards to Rachel Butler, who again has possession, and Xavier with their first chance, and that's a goal for the Musketeers. No, actually it will be offsides.
Offside call late.
No goal for the Musketeers.
That'll save one for the Dogs.
And you really see that through ball from Richards. That was a dangerous play for the Bulldogs.
That was played excellently by Xavier.
Butler defenders getting a little overzealous, pushing upfield. Got kind of lucky with the offsides call.
Certainly. Butler is always looking to be aggressive, but just got to make sure they make the right plays, not just the big plays.
Nice play.
Over
Pushing
to
upfield. It's Becky Dean.
Attempted setup pass. Just going to watch that one roll out of bounds.
Substitutions for Xavier. 36, Victoria Caparos. For 33, Rachel Butler. In for the Dogs, 15, Celia Gaynor. For 21, Justina Gaynor.
Junior Celia Gaynor coming in for junior Justina Gaynor for the Bulldogs. As Butler applies some pressure on Xavier's half.
Another throw in for the Dogs.
Butler really getting into the groove as they lead 2-0 with just about 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Xavier player trips over the ball.
That almost looked really cool. And the ball kept moving, so. A much more controlled game here from the Dogs in comparison to their earlier games, especially if you take a look at last week compared to this week. They're scoring better, they're setting up better plays. Rather than just shooting until the clock runs out.
Butler clears it for a Xavier throw-in at half field, and that will be a Xavier throw-in. Down the sideline, Butler misses the header, but able to clear it again for a Xavier throw-in.
Ball sent into the stands. It'd be cool if you got to keep it, like in baseball, catch a foul ball.
Yeah, I always get disappointed when a fan has to throw it back.
Yeah.
It's like, that's just a souvenir. Maybe have a player sign it at the end of the game.
Could be pretty cool.
As Butler kicks it upfield, a nice clearance.
Clearly we should be in marketing, but for today we're up here in the booth enjoying a great day of soccer.
It's a lot more fun up here.
Yes, sir, it is.
It's Butler still applying pressure to Xavier's defense. I think, Chuck, good things are happening, even though you know, sometimes the Bulldogs are lacking possession. When they're pressuring Xavier's defense on their own half, good things usually happen.
Absolutely. That's sort of what we were seeing a lot from Xavier in the earlier in the first half here, that, you know, they were playing a lot of offensive, applying a lot of offensive pressure and making Butler look a little bad, but our defense stayed very strong and didn't give up a single goal, even though there were a lot of attempts and a lot of corner kicks for Xavier early. And now we get to do it back. Give Xavier a little bit of their own medicine.
Xavier's had some real opportunities, Chuck. About 3 shots that kind of had a chance to go in the goal, including one where it actually went in the goal, but an offsides call was made by the sideline official. So the Bulldogs got to stay on their toes a little bit. As Butler gains possession.
Great
nice
pass.
Ball. Just
offside call, though.
Just clips the heels of a Butler offensive player, and it was an offsides. Xavier sends it upfield, as they have been doing on those free kicks. Kloosterman slides down. Xavier sends it forward again.
Looked like just some incidental contact there.
Back to Jackie Richards with a booming left kick. She is dangerous with those kicks with her left foot, those booming left kicks that are sent upfield.
Yeah, those deep balls put into the offensive zone for Xavier.
Xavier's going to try to cross it in. Great clearance.
Another ball in the stands.
Substitution for Xavier, 37, Morgan Pence. For 14, Emma Marcus. Into the Dogs, 14, Ariana Jalix. For 8, Morgan Kloosterman.
Ariana Jalix, the freshman making her debut in the game, coming in for junior Morgan Kloosterman. As the Bulldogs try to spruce things up, and a shot from the Musketeers goes a little wayward, and that will be a goal kick.
Looked like that might have hit the outside of her foot there. Big swing for the attempt, and certainly had the distance, though not exactly the accuracy. Great ball played through to Peyton Black, who plays it up to Becky Dean. If she can catch up, not quite.
Nice try by Peyton Black to Becky Dean. The idea was there, but the execution fell a little flat. Just under 5 minutes remaining. This is Butler Athletics YouTube channel if you're just tuning in. Bulldogs trying to improve their perfect 5-0 record, and it looks like they're well on their way with a 2-0 lead. I don't want to jinx them, though.
I was going to say, I'm knocking on wood up here.
We're seeing, you know, as a Butler player, Alana Wood falls down. We're seeing a lot of physicality. I did the play-by-play for the Butler men's soccer game against Xavier. Butler and Xavier, obviously longtime rivals. We saw about 15 penalties from the Musketeers, and you're seeing again in this game.
Lots of fouls called.
The sheer physicality of the game. As Terry St. John we saw with the yellow card herself.
Yes, things are certainly heightened when it comes to conference play. Physicality, emotion, stress, all those things are definitely turned up for conference play, and especially when we get our big games like today.
Olivia Lawson fires a shot, just misses. Stephanie Rodriguez, another great job of coming out of the box and attempting to make a play. She didn't touch it, but she forced
the miss.
Forced the miss, exactly.
Great play by Gabby Smith to keep it away from Xavier defenders.
off a Musketeer, and it will be a throw-in on Butler's own half. Xavier with a header. Back to Taylor Crow, who kicks it back to Stephanie Rodriguez, who will attempt to switch fields to Alana Wood. A nice move from Wood.
Great dribbling we've seen from her all day so far.
Ooh, her teammate tries to do the same, but it's picked off. Back to Wood. Again,
great cut.
Wood.
Xavier looking to play the ball pretty fast here. Their coach even caught that ball and tossed it right to their player.
Alana Wood with some great footwork. Kicking it up, kicking it forward. Across.
Had a chance over the middle. Looks like there's going to be a call here. Free kick awarded to the Dogs, it would seem.
We're seeing some great play from Alana Wood with some fantastic dribbling and a great through ball to Abigail Isger, who is aggressive and is rewarded a kind of a corner kick type free kick. Isger sails it in. A nice opportunity, but Butler's unable to get ahead on it. Back to Alana Wood. Butler with some advantage. Wood will sail it in. An attempt, and the Musketeers are able to retain possession.
She's done a great job today keeping the ball on her feet, making fancy moves without losing possession.
1 minute to play.
Looked like she was trying to set up another goal there.
We have 1 minute left in the first half. 2-0 Dogs.
See if there's any last minute pressure here.
Some last minute heroics for the Bulldogs. Becky Dean doing a nice job of shielding the defender, unable to get possession. Dean still pushing up. Nice job of pushing up by Dean, applying pressure. Bulldogs able to get possession. Jackie Richards hits it with her head. Ooh. Number 2 on Xavier.
10, 9,
Zerwin
8,
takes down a Bulldog
7, 6, 5,
as
4,
the first half winds
3,
down.
2, 1.
2-0 Butler Bulldogs as the first half ends. We will have a 5-minute or 10-minute intermission as we wrap up the first half. Stay tuned, Bulldog fans. say deeper than the men's team for sure.
Oh. We're back on.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Thanks for tuning in. 2-0 Butler Bulldogs. This is Butler Athletics YouTube channel. This is Drew Favka alongside me, my partner Chuck Levine. I'll be doing play-by-play again, and he'll be on analysis. Butler trying to improve their 5-0 record and 2-0 in the Big East. So far, they look to be well on their way. Again, leading 2-0 against the Xavier Musketeers.
Yeah, if we can have a second half that looks similar to the first, Butler should be, like you said, well on their way to being 3-0 and 3-0 in conference and 6-0 on the season.
Xavier starting it off with a big booming kick on Butler's half, perhaps trying to apply pressure like they did in the beginning of the first half, and the Bulldogs really were doing for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, we'll see today if the game plan stays the same from half to half, or if they're gonna allow Xavier a lot more control and just try to defend again. It's one of the things that happened in their game against DePaul. Similar situation. They were up 3-0 at halftime, and instead of keeping the pressure offensively, they tried to just let Xavier play in their zone and keep them from scoring. But they allowed one in. I'm thinking here probably with a smaller lead, just 2-0, that the Dogs will stay aggressive here in the second half. Pushing here.
Nice through ball, unable to connect, but a good effort from Amanda Kowalski. Punt down the field. No one gets a head on it at first, but Butler gets possession.
Pass just behind Kowalski, ended up with Xavier possession. Sorry to cut you off there, Drew.
All good, Chuck. Butler with the throw in anyway. Trying to move it forward. Back to Xavier in the middle of the field.
Great defense by Anya Savage.
She's been playing a lot back.
Yeah, she's been dropping pretty deep for a forward. Someone who leads a team in goals in that striker-esque position. Would not expect to see defense just outside the box, but Savage showing her versatility today.
Allie Leonard pushing forward, trying to apply pressure. Aaliyah Diane with some tough defense. Ball ricochets back to Xavier's offense. 1-on-2, doesn't matter. Xavier's going to get a shot on target. Stephanie Rodriguez with a nice diving save. Xavier had 6 shots to Butler's 4 in the first half. They were really getting a lot of opportunities as Anya Savage gains possession at midfield, but quickly gives it up in the first half, like I was saying. But Butler really pushed it on in the second half, and they were able to get 2 goals as Xavier pushed it forward.
Great defense here from Butler. Although the ball was deep in their zone, they kept the pressure up, played great defense, and the ball is moving forward for them now.
Back to Leah Diane. Xavier trying to push her off the ball, but that's tough to push Aaliyah Deanne off the ball.
Yeah, that is one unit you are not going to be moving unless she wants you to.
Allie Leonard switching the field.
Great through ball there.
Jackie Richard cuts it off.
Oh, but won the ball back there. Ball put through, but she goes down. Whistle there.
That's Rachel Dewey taking down Amanda Kowalski, who remains on the ground. It looks to be grabbing her ankle. Just pulling up the shin guards, perhaps.
Looks like maybe you got her foot stepped on and the cleat came off while she was running. So just putting the boot back on and getting ready for this free kick.
Yeah, all the way up here, I couldn't tell if she was adjusting her shin guard or tying her shoes or grabbing her ankle. But she is all right, and Butler tries to get something, and they will have a throw-in. Slowly marching up the field.
See if they can maintain possession and maintain pressure here.
Kowalski with another throw-in to Anya Savage. Back to Kowalski. Back to Savage. To Julia Leonard. Savage tries a dummy, but it's right to a Xavier offensive player.
That would have been a pretty slick pass had it connected.
Deanne a little in a foot race. Back to Stephanie Rodriguez. Xavier really pushing forward with their offensive players.
But Butler keeping it away from Xavier.
Anya Savage plays the dummy. This time it works.
Allie Leonard. Oh, Allie Leonard just slipped on the ball.
Nice play by Anya Savage.
Would have been a great scoring chance for Allie Leonard. Could have been number 2 in the game. She'll be running down another one, and she gets there just at the same time.
Butler will have a throw-in. Perhaps more opportunity for Allie Leonard.
As she had 2 against DePaul and already 1 today.
Leah Deanne pushing forward.
Up to Justina Gaynor. That ball played in the middle.
Anya Savage is going to have an opportunity. And off the goalpost, off a Xavier defender, and a goal for Anya Savage.
Her first conference goal of the season, 9th on the season.
Anya Savage credited with the goal.
The ball was ricocheted multiple times off a Xavier defender, off the crossbar, and Anya Savage stuck with it and ended up knocking it in to the goal. Bulldogs up 3-0, 38 minutes remaining in the second half.
That's a great finish there from Anya Savage. Maybe not the most textbook finish, but went with the situation, took what she had, took the shot, and it went right in.
Substitution for Xavier, 16, Maddie Reed. For 27, Jackie Richards.
It's great to see her getting started here in conference play. She had 8 goals before conference play started, and this being her first, hoping for more from a powerhouse like Anya Savage.
And Xavier will have a throw-in on Butler's half, just trying to get something going. Anya Savage doing a nice job on the ball, but it's going back to the Xavier team.
Looked like Katie Soderstrom there winning the ball, playing it downfield.
Leah Deanne, and another foot race, and she slides and takes down a Xavier offensive player.
It was what it was is a great slide tackle. It was absolutely clean. She got all ball. Fantastic play by Aaliyah Dean. It's going to be a corner for Xavier, but in a position like that, you will take a set piece rather than a free-moving ball with not a lot of defenders around.
Xavier's going to sail it in. Stephanie Rodriguez makes a great save. A Xavier offensive player was right in front of her, and she again took initiative and batted the ball out for another Xavier corner. Ball sailing in, Butler able to get ahead on it. A whistle is blown before the ball is hit through the net. Looks like Justina Gaynor fell down in the box and she was pushed, and the Butler Bulldogs will have a free kick. Julia Leonard
Great
pushing
play here.
upfield. Stopped by the Musketeers as she falls down. Leah Diane in another foot race, trying to sprint forward. Musketeers get in the box. A shot just out of reach for the Musketeers.
That ball had the power for sure.
Just a little bit to the left. Stephanie Rodriguez evades a good opportunity for the Musketeers.
Yeah, we're seeing once again the pressure being put on the Dogs defense, and they're floundering just a little bit here.
Deanne comes out after, I mean, like I was saying, she's been in like 5 foot races as Xavier has sent it upfield down to that right sideline. She's probably a little gassed out.
One could only assume with all the running that she does, playing defense, playing offense, setting up plays on both sides, that she would be just a bit gassed.
Olivia Lawson
Musketeer substitution, 8 Gabrielle Lopresti.
will have the throw in.
Macy Harper.
Lawson sails it in. Rodriguez is going to have another chance. She does not come forward this time. And a Xavier player collides with Morgan Klusterman, and it will be a Xavier corner.
Looked like she didn't get her face there, which is great to hear. Glad everyone's okay. That could have been, had a couple plays that, you know, had some collisions for sure, but a couple plays that could have been a lot worse than they ended up being.
The Butler-Xavier rivalry on full display today, as Xavier gets an opportunity.
Another collision down in the box.
Klusterman falls down, but Butler kicks it out. Musketeers will have possession at midfield. Boots it forward.
Looks like that ball is going to sail out of bounds for another goal kick. Stephanie Rodriguez.
Bulldog substitution for Abigail Isker. For 22, Allie Leonard.
Abigail Isker, the redshirt freshman, coming in for Allie Leonard. Leonard also probably a little bit tired after some nice runs from her in the second half. Alana Wood plays it to her feet, gives it right back to the Musketeers. Xavier kicks it forward, a little bit of trouble for the Bulldogs.
Cleared yet again. So this is what it looked like when we were up 3-0 against DePaul. Just allowing the other team to play in our zone, playing stout defense, absolutely, but not forcing much offensively since that third goal by Anya Savage, or third goal which was put in by Anya Savage.
As Olivia Lawson plays a nice little 1-2 pass with her teammate, but a nice piece of defending from Butler's defense, and that's Alana Wood.
Into the match for Xavier, 26, Allie Anderson. For 12, Rachel Cooley.
Butler making a substitution as well.
Gabby Smith. For 5, Amanda Kowalski.
That's Gabby Smith coming in for Amanda Kowalski as Xavier attempts a corner kick. Able to get ahead on it, but to no avail. Another goal kick for Stephanie Rodriguez.
Dogs playing good defense here. We'll see if they try to put more offensive pressure on.
The last 5 to 10 minutes or so, Xavier doing a real nice job of keeping it on Butler's half. What do you feel like the Bulldogs have to do? I know they scored their third goal of the game, the first of the half, but in the last 5 to 10 minutes, it feels like Xavier's kind of applying pressure. How can the Bulldogs, remedy that?
Well, Drew, to be honest, it's a mentality. It's whether they're going to allow Xavier to control the ball, play it in their half, but keep that defense up, or if the Dogs want to apply pressure. We've seen that they can, obviously, and we've seen they can battle back from a lot of pressure on defense, like they did in the first half, where they ended up scoring 2 goals. So clearly they could do it if they want to. We'll just to see what they choose.
As Xavier still has possession on the left sideline. Trying it in, and it's going to be an opportunity here. And another corner for the Musketeers.
Great defense by Alana Wood there as the ball was getting closer and closer to goal. She put a stop to it.
Ellie Anderson for the Musketeers will be attempting this corner. Julia Leonard getting in the way of that one, able to deflect it. Xavier still with possession. A nice save from Stephanie Rodriguez. It didn't look like it may have been on target. It could have probably hit the crossbar, but nonetheless, a great save for Stephanie Rodriguez.
14, Emma Marcus. For 21, Mackenzie Tucker.
Xavier almost got a shot on target. That's a nice piece of defending, able to deflect that before it reached Stephanie Rodriguez. Alana Wood intercepts it. She's going to try to push forward.
We have Gretchen Skoglund up top.
Nice effort by Wood. It was just Skoglund and the defender. Again, Skoglund.
Kloosterman plays it forward.
Back to Wood.
Great play by Alana Wood to maintain possession for the Dogs, though they gave it right back. Great pass from Caitlin O'Malley.
Caitlin O'Malley clears it out. Still with the Musketeers, who try a through ball, but Stephanie Rodriguez able to gather it. We have 28 minutes remaining. Bulldogs' Anya Savage was able to knock in a goal for Butler, making it 3-0 on the game. Xavier pushes forward. Again, Rodriguez able to gather safely.
And it looks like the Dogs are going to keep it mostly in their defensive half. Stephanie Rodriguez letting as much time run out, not just waiting until the Xavier player gets close to pick up the ball. Another whistle.
Xavier going to have a free kick at midfield. Xavier's coach yelling higher, higher. He wants his player to send it forward, as they do. Alana Wood is able to deflect it while they're trying to clear it, and they are able to. Foul called as Gretchen Skoglund, with some nice aggressive play, able to force Xavier to foul.
Maybe the free kick here for Butler will allow them to play it forward. Put some offensive pressure on.
Alana Wood sending it forward. A nice header.
Great pass from Gabby Smith.
You could hear the Xavier coach saying Gabby is their target too, so they knew who was going to.
Yep. But in typical Bulldog fashion, it doesn't matter if they know what's coming, it's still coming. They can't stop it.
25 Elena Sullivan for 19 Sonia Vargas. It's for the Dogs, 9 Becky Dean for Katie Soderstrom.
Becky Dean, the sophomore, coming in for the junior Katie Soderstrom. As Butler kicks it out, and it will be a Xavier throw-in on their own half. That's Olivia Lawson, Xavier's permanent throw-in player. Back to the Bulldogs. Skoglund pushing up.
Gabby Smith played it forward to Gretchen Skoglund, looking to create here. Had Isger off to the side.
Skoglund, ever aggressive, takes down a Xavier Musketeer defender.
Free kick there.
Xavier sends it forward. Butler trying to clear it out. Back to Stephanie Rodriguez, who's going to collect it. You know, it's interesting though. You know, when you're up 3-0, you have a safe lead. You know, there's that topic. Do you play it safely? Do you play it back? Or do you keep trying to score goals? Do you keep trying to push forward? And it looks like the Bulldogs are opting for the former, right, Chuck?
Yeah, certainly there's like you said, the theory of do you play it back or play it forward. In soccer, they like to call it parking the bus. And it looks like, as you said, Butler is just fine to park that bus. They know that their defense is better than Xavier's offense, and they are happy to let that show.
As Olivia Lawson deflects it. Stephanie Rodriguez.
Quick on the ball there rather than letting it come to her and waiting until a Xavier player was close.
Rodriguez drop kicks it. Nice header from Julia Leonard. As a Bulldog player falls to the ground. Gretchen Skoglund. It's going to be a 2-on-1. What a pass.
Abigail Isger. That ball's in. We've been talking the whole time about how they're only playing defense, they're not playing offense, but there they go, proving us wrong. Putting the ball in deep, and that ball, Abigail Isger just absolutely obliterated that into the back of the net.
It was a little bit of a counterattack, so they were playing a little bit defensive. A nice header from Julia Leonard to Gretchen Skoglund. It was a 2-on-1, and she made the unselfish play, making a through pass to Abigail Isger, who buries it in the back of the net, making it 4-0 with 23 minutes remaining in the second half for the Butler Bulldogs.
And you know, it all goes back to one of my pre-game keys of the game, making sure you're taking smart shots. So right, they're waiting until they have a real chance, and they're burying it, as the shot differential is 11-6 in terms of, or in favor of Xavier. But obviously Butler has had 4 of those 6 shots turn out a lot better. So great game here for the Dogs.
Senior Peyton Black coming into the game on senior day. for the Butler Bulldogs. Julia Leonard battling with Olivia Lawson in the middle of the field. Xavier able to get a shot off, but that is deflected. A nice piece of defending.
Great block by Caitlin O'Malley.
Xavier still with possession. Directing traffic. A little bit of confusion for the Musketeers.
And a little miscommunication there. You saw a player pointing and yelling go, while the other one just stood there waiting for what I would assume was the other player to go.
Nice 1-2 pass from the Bulldogs.
Great moves there.
Unable to connect with Skoglund at midfield. A little bit of back and forth between the Bulldogs and the Musketeers.
Almost a great pass there by Becky Dean as she was able to get it back heel or maybe just with the bottom of her cleat there. Unfortunately went right to Xavier defender.
Xavier will have a free kick with just about 20 minutes remaining in the second half. The Butler Bulldogs are leading 4-0. Booting it forward. Caitlin O'Malley with another header. Unable to clear.
Clearing attempt by Taylor Crow, unsuccessful.
Xavier with the shot, and she shanked it. So it will be a goal kick for Stephanie Rodriguez.
Into the match for Xavier, 27, Jackie Richards. For 25, Elena Sullivan. Here for the Dogs, 17, Claire Farrington. For 11, Taylor Crow.
Freshman Claire Farrington coming in for Taylor Crow, the senior.
Alana Wood making a nice run here. Great dribble moves, as she has done all game.
Been very impressed by Alana Wood's footwork and her dribbling, just her composure on that defensive end for the Bulldogs. Back to Stephanie Rodriguez, who will gather. She's directing the Bulldogs to push up,
Butler keeping few players behind Xavier's offense. Alana Wood just took maybe a little bit too much time there on the pass, lost it, but she gets it back.
Caitlin O'Malley tries to clear it, but right back to the Musketeers.
They play it out wide.
Jackie Richards with a header. Back to Wood.
Successful clearing this time. And Gabby Smith sends it across half midfield.
Alana Wood with the header backwards to Lawson. Xavier might have a chance here.
Got a lot of players in the box.
Xavier with the header. Rodriguez easily gathers that one.
Like I said earlier, cool, calm, and collected is Stephanie Rodriguez.
Definitely. Helps that she has quite a strong defense, but certainly she has made some nice saves this game.
Certainly has. Great block there.
A deflection. She's going to try to chase that one down.
Gaynor just goes out of bounds and thus back to Xavier possession-wise, but a fantastic block by Justina Gaynor. And if she was able to run that one down, it might have looked like another scoring chance for the Dogs.
Freshman Justina Gaynor coming out for her sister. That's junior Celia Gaynor.
Also in for Xavier, 19, Sonia Vargas. For 9, Olivia Lawson.
Looks like Morgan Klusterman coming back into the game for Julia Leonard. Nice.
Fantastic play by Claire Farrington.
Farrington again with a pitch back to Rodriguez, who safely boots it out. She didn't have another Bulldog defender near her, so I think she just chose to make the safe play and kick it out for a Xavier throw-in on Butler's half.
And like you said, with that strong defense, she's not too worried about it being played down here closer to the box, but
Into the match for Xavier, 10 Grace Blumfeld, for 20 Grace Brower, at 21 Mackenzie Tucker, for 14 Emma Marcus.
As Celia Gaynor also kicks it out of bounds for another Xavier throw-in. Xavier still with possession, looking to get it forward. Two nice headers from the Butler Bulldogs defense. Back to Farrington, and it will be another goal kick for Stephanie Rodriguez.
Into the match for Xavier, Maddie Fiss for 8 Gabrielle Lopresti. Back to the Dogs, 2 Katie Soderstrom for Abigail Isger.
Junior Katie Soderstrom coming into the game for redshirt freshman Abigail Isger with just about 15 minutes of play as the Musketeers have possession in the box. They're going to try a shot. Stephanie Rodriguez able to get a hand on it.
Fantastic save. From our angle, it was hard to tell if that got tipped and back into the net or looked like it came off the outside. Fantastic play once again from Stephanie Rodriguez.
And as a goalie, you might have trouble with that perception of whether it's going into the goal and it's just an easy play, just in case making that save and knocking it out of bounds instead of letting it go through. As they get another chance, Rodriguez lets this one go, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Looked like it went off the head of a Xavier player. Sails out of bounds.
Ref stop play for a substitution.
Into the match for Butler, 22 Allie Leonard, for 9 Becky Dean, and 5 Amanda Kowalski, for 28 Gabby Smith.
Looks like Soderstrom will be on the right side as a forward.
That was a great play by number 19 of Xavier. Keep possession of the ball.
As Kowalski tries to boot it forward, just boots it out of bounds. So with just under 15 minutes of play, the Butler Bulldogs are up 4-0 against the Xavier Musketeers. In case you're just tuning in, this is Butler Athletics YouTube channel. Drew Favica on play-by-play and my partner, Chuck Levine, on analysis. As Xavier is going to have a chance, Rodriguez collects it safely.
The shot differential here of 15-6 for Xavier might lead you to believe that maybe they are the offensively dominant team, but what it really shows is the offensive talent and utter dominance today for Butler, showing that they don't need to shoot it every time to know that when they have that chance, they'll put it in as they have done.
As Xavier has a chance on the left sideline. But it's going to be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Anya Savage coming into the ball game, taking out Gretchen Skoglund, who had a nice run and a wonderful assist.
Xavier 9, Olivia Lawson. For 26, Allie Anderson. Back to the Dogs, 7, Anya Savage. For 16, Gretchen Skovlin.
Alana Wood's going to be attempting this goal kick instead of Rodriguez. I don't think we've seen that this game.
There's a free kick here instead of a goal kick, I believe. Back heel clipped by Butler player. Looks like Katie Soderstrom. Excellent header to intercept.
Olivia Lawson creating a chance. She's going to have a shot. Not much power underneath it.
Yep.
The goal kick for Rodriguez.
Well, perhaps it is a goal kick and not a free kick, but giving Alana Wood the chance instead.
For 36, Victoria Caparros.
Wood with a nice 40 or so yard boot to Savage. Back to Savage.
Great pass by Anya Savage over to
They're going to try to
Katie
switch
Soderstrom.
fields.
Allie Leonard had a chance to send it deep for Celia Gaynor, who was wide open on the near side.
Olivia Lawson on the other side with the counterattack. Rodriguez plays it safely into her hands.
Let's see who gets the kick this time. Looks like she's going to hold on to it. I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, interesting.
Just opting not to take the goal kick, but takes it that time.
Back to Rodriguez, who's going to wait for Xavier defenders to come at her. Just about 10 minutes to play. Bulldogs remain up 4-0. Musketeers retain possession at midfield, but they kick it out for a Butler throw-in. A third Butler throw-in. This time closer to midfield.
An attempted through pass to Anya Savage, but intercepted. Xavier might have another chance, but Alana Wood shuts it down.
Nice slide tackle by a Xavier offensive player. Alana Wood has been really all over the place, just very versatile, making defensive plays, booting it forward, even taking goal kicks for the Butler Bulldogs.
She's showing that she can do just about everything here.
Bulldog substitution. 6, Julia Leonard. For 8, Morgan Klusterman.
Julia Leonard giving Morgan Klusterman a break.
Peyton Black winning that. Slick passes all around.
Amanda Kowalski going to send it upfield until it's deflected by a Xavier defender for a throw-in.
Anya Savage poking around.
All game, Anya Savage has been active all game with those 1-2 passes, even scoring a goal, but mostly those 1-2 passes.
And even dropping deep and playing great defense. She had a play early in the first half where she was just outside the box. And like we said, for a forward, that is incredibly deep to drop. But just like Alana Wood, she's showing off her versatility.
Xavier will have a throw-in. Throwing it right into the box. They're going to have a chance. Stephanie Rodriguez comes out, deflected by a Butler defender. That's Caitlin O'Malley making that nice defensive play.
Allie Leonard overruns the ball, but Celia Gaynor able to win it back and play it forward for the Dogs.
Xavier collects. They're really pushing up. Jackie Richards is even very far forward, who is a defender.
Yeah,
obviously, you're down 4-0. You want to get something going, right?
Right, and we can see Xavier, well, now they're dropping back on defense. As number 2, Katie Soderstrom, has a chance here.
To Julia Leonard. Leonard takes a deep touch and gives it up.
Looked like she might have been trying to pass it once again to Allie Leonard, who was wide out to the left.
Julia Leonard and Allie Leonard, of no relation.
But 2 gainers, and they are related.
They are related, freshman and a junior.
Great play by Allie Leonard to keep the possession up at midfield for the Dogs. Over to Celia Gaynor. She's looking to play it over the head, over to Anya Savage, but intercepted.
Celia Gaynor making a lot of nice runs. It's been difficult to...
Great passes, too.
Exactly. Difficult to spot her, but she's making some nice runs down the left side of the pitch. Julia Leonard with a nice through pass to Celia Gaynor. Unable to cross that one. Back to Alana Wood, who's pushing quite a bit forward. Back to Leonard. Takes a weird bounce. That's going to be a Xavier throw-in.
Looks like Alana Wood might have shifted more to the midfield position rather than playing defense like she had been previously.
For 27, Jackie Richards.
You're up 4-0. You might as well try some new things, right, Chuck?
True. Very true. And she's shown all game that she can dribble the ball and keep possession. She's had great passes.
One-on-one. Olivia Lawson versus Amanda Kowalski. Lawson able to shake out of that one. But just dribbles out of bounds for a Xavier corner.
Looked like a great stop there for Claire Farrington on that line.
Xavier sailing this one in. Anya Savage dropping all the way back and making a nice header to clear it. Butler
Katie Soderstrom playing keep away all by herself.
She's taken down and
goes down.
She's writhing in pain on the Xavier, on the Butler sideline.
She gets back up rather quick. Glad to see everyone's okay. Hard tackle there, but sometimes that just comes with the territory.
Butler keeping 3 defenders back, and they're going to play it back to a Alana Wood, who makes a play to Peyton Black, who switches the field to Celia Gaynor.
This looks like
offsides call.
Almost a great chance for Butler. Gaynor was wide open, and we know she can pass. And they had Anya Savage positioned in the middle. That could have been another big one for Butler.
A nice pass from Peyton Black and a nice run from Celia Gaynor.
Absolutely just offside, though.
Julia Leonard.
Ball gets put through the legs of a Xavier player. It looked clean. It looked like she might have just tripped on the ball, but The ref awards a free kick.
It looked like she kind of incidentally collided with a Xavier player. I think we saw it a little bit differently, Chuck. As they floated in, Stephanie Rodriguez kind of bobbles it, but she makes the save.
Great play all day from the goalkeeper, Rodriguez.
Lana Wood taking the free kick like she had been taking those goal kicks as we wind down this game. Just 2 minutes remaining in regulation time. Bulldogs up 4-0. Still kind of pushing it forward.
Tried to play the ball to Allie Leonard, but it gets pushed back.
Anya Savage going to have a shot
that time. Great attempt by Anya Savage. She already put one in.
Xavier 33, Rachel Butler for 15, Macy Harper, and 8, Gabrielle Lepresky for 19, Sonia Vargas. In for Butler, 11, Taylor Crow for 15, Celia Gaynor. 25, Maddie Farnsworth for 2, Katie Soderstrom. 13, Anna Schroeder for 22, Allie Leonard. 14, Ariana Jalix for 7, Anya Savage. And 3, Julia Dreyer for 20, Peyton Black.
Go, Julia!
Butler making a slew of substitutions.
Yes, taking advantage of that unlimited sub rule here in NCAA. Dreyer now.
Back to Dreyer. Nice 1-2 passes.
Taylor Crow almost took a shot there. Had a chance, certainly.
Julia Leonard tries to play it through. She ends up with the ball, and that's back to Dreyer. Xavier whistled for the foul at the 30-yard mark.
Late game free kick here for the Dogs. See if they just play it softly or if they try to put some pressure on here.
1 minute remaining. Butler Bulldogs up 4-0 against the Xavier Musketeers.
Excellent play by the Dogs. They had a runner on the far side. A huge missed call there. Fans and coaches alike not happy with the no call there.
30 seconds to play.
Just 20 seconds remaining in this game as the Butler Bulldogs are up 4-0.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And as time runs out, there's another win for the Butler Bulldogs. They improve to 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in division play.
Thank you for tuning in to today's Butler Athletics YouTube broadcast. Tune in to our next game, Thursday, March 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern. The Butler Bulldogs will be taking on the Creighton Blue Jays. Thank you again, and everyone get home safely.